On the morning of August 4th, 1892, Fall River, Massachusetts, awoke to a nightmare that would become one of America's most notorious unsolved mysteries. Inside the Borden family home, the bodies of Andrew and Abby Borden were found brutally murdered, their skulls shattered by a hatchet. The shockwaves from this horrific crime reverberated through the town, but the true horror lay in the suspicion that quickly fell on the family's youngest daughter, Lizzie. Today, the Lizzie Borden House stands as a chilling reminder of that dark day, a place where the past lingers and the spirits of the Bordens are said to haunt those who dare to enter.
The Lizzie Borden House, located at 232nd Street in Fall River, Massachusetts, is more than just an ordinary house. It is a place where history and horror collide. The story begins on a hot summer day, August 4th, 1892, when the brutal murders of Andrew and Abby Borden shocked the nation. Lizzie Borden, the youngest daughter of Andrew, was accused of wielding the axe that claimed their lives. Despite a lack of physical evidence, the mystery surrounding the murders gripped the public's imagination and still does to this day. Entering the house is like stepping back in time. The rooms remain eerily preserved as they were over a century ago, adding to the chilling atmosphere. Guests who visit often describe an overwhelming sense of dread as they walk through the home's narrow hallways and dimly lit rooms. It's as if the house itself holds onto the anguish and fear of that fateful day, with each creak of the floorboards echoing the violent past. The sitting room, where Andrew Borden was found, still has the infamous couch where his lifeless body was discovered. Visitors report feeling an unsettling energy in this room, with some even claiming to hear faint whispers or feel an invisible presence watching them. The chilling realization that you are standing where such a gruesome act took place is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. Upstairs, in the guest bedroom, lies the scene of Abby Borden's murder. Many believe that her spirit is still trapped in this room, endlessly replaying her final moments. People often describe feeling cold spots or a sudden drop in temperature as they approach the spot where Abby's body was found. Some have even reported seeing a shadowy figure in the mirror, only for it to vanish when they turn around. As the history of the Lizzie Borden house unfolds, it becomes clear that this is not just a story of a double murder, but also of a house haunted by the ghosts of its past. Whether or not you believe in the paranormal, there's no denying the palpable tension that lingers in the air, leaving an indelible mark on all who dare to visit. The Lizzie Borden House is not just known for its gruesome past, but also for the numerous paranormal encounters reported by those who have ventured inside. Many visitors claim that the spirits of Andrew and Abby Borden have never left, their restless souls still wandering the halls of their former home. Paranormal investigators from around the world have flocked to the house, eager to capture evidence of these lingering spirits. One of the most frequently reported phenomena is the sound of footsteps echoing through the house, often heard on the stairs leading up to the second floor. These footsteps are said to be heavy and deliberate, as if someone is slowly making their way to the scene of the crime. Despite thorough searches, these footsteps always seem to have no visible source, leaving investigators baffled and unnerved. In addition to the footsteps, many have reported seeing ghostly apparitions throughout the house. The most common sighting is that of a woman dressed in period clothing, believed to be the spirit of Abby Borden. She is often seen in the guest bedroom where she met her tragic end, and some claim to have seen her reflection in mirrors, even when no one else is in the room. Another eerie phenomenon is the sound of muffled voices, as if the house is still alive with the whispers of its former inhabitants. These voices are often heard late at night, adding to the house's already sinister reputation. Some guests have even reported hearing the faint sound of a woman sobbing, believed to be Lizzie herself, tormented by the accusations and her father's gruesome death. The story of Lizzie Borden is one shrouded in mystery and controversy. Although she was acquitted of the murders, the question of her guilt or innocence continues to be a topic of debate. Many believe that Lizzie's spirit still lingers in the house, unable to find peace due to the unresolved nature of the case. This lingering mystery adds a layer of intrigue to the hauntings, as if the spirits themselves are seeking justice or answers. Lizzie Borden was an unusual suspect from the start. A well-to-do woman of the late 19th century, she didn't fit the typical profile of a murderer. However, her strange behavior in the days following the murders, along with her inconsistent testimony, cast suspicion on her. Despite the public's fascination with the case, the evidence was circumstantial, and Lizzie was ultimately acquitted. Yet, the cloud of suspicion never fully lifted, and she lived the rest of her life ostracized by the community. Today, many who visit the Lizzie Borden house believe that Lizzie's spirit is still present, possibly seeking to clear her name or perhaps to guard the secrets she took to her grave. Some visitors have reported feeling a strong, oppressive energy in Lizzie's former bedroom, describing it as a mix of anger and sadness. Others have claimed to see her ghostly figure wandering the halls, as if trapped in a perpetual state of unrest. The house also seems to play tricks on the mind, with many guests experiencing sudden feelings of confusion or disorientation. Some believe this is Lizzie's spirit attempting to communicate, or perhaps trying to protect her secrets from being uncovered. The unresolved nature of Lizzie Borden's story makes the house all the more compelling. As we conclude our journey through the Lizzie Borden house, one thing is clear. This is a place where history and the supernatural collide in a way that few other locations can match. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the powerful presence that lingers within these walls. The house continues to captivate and terrify, a place where the past refuses to rest. As you leave the house, you may find yourself looking over your shoulder, wondering if the spirits of Lizzie, Andrew, and Abby Borden are watching you go.